We're coming to you live from the Micro Mini Lightning Newscast Weekly Edition Newsroom. And as always, I am your intrepid reporter, Nick. And I am joined in the newsroom by my fellow reporter.
Hi, Nick. This is Eric Boyd.
And Eric, today we are going to give the people news they can use. News that will help them answer questions and really just put life in perspective. And so, as always, we have 10 minutes to do it. 10 minutes to tell them things that they need to know. And here we go. 3, 2, 1. Eric, hit us with that first story.
Well, I'm going to come out of the gate. I want to tell you all a story about a man named Cage. Nicolas Cage. We all know and love this beloved actor. And unfortunately, he is going for his fourth marriage in terms of failing at them. Nick Cage has filed for an annulment 4 days after getting married, according to sources. He was set to marry Erica Koike on Wednesday and filed for annulment soon after. The 55-year-old actor requested an annulment, a divorce, if the annulment isn't possible. This would be Nicolas Cage's fourth marriage. He was previously married to Patricia Arquette from 1995 to 2001. Later, it was Lisa Marie Presley.
I remember that one.
Do you remember that one?
I do remember that one. That was a big time deal because he is a huge Elvis Presley fan.
Yes,
and
he is.
He married into the family. I remember this wedding.
Yep. And after that one, he went on to marry this name no one will know, Alice Kim, a waitress working at a restaurant he frequented.
Why not?
Why not?
You like a restaurant? Why not like the people?
And
marry into the restaurant.
Married to the restaurant. And that is where he had his second child, Kal-El. Kal-El. If you're not familiar with the old natural name of our favorite superhero.
Yes.
So, yeah, that's what's
Superman.
Superman.
But Batman's my favorite superhero.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Well, that's good, too. I actually don't like Superman that much. He's kind of he's overpowered.
Yeah, he's very overpowered. Very OP.
Yep. So that's what's happening with our good friend of the show, Nicolas Cage.
Well, you can't keep a good man down. You can't keep a good man caged.
That's right, you can't.
And that's what we're learning here. He was caged for 4 days. Now, have you watched the video that goes along with this, by the way?
I have not.
Let me just point out, one, he took time out of his busy schedule to, because he's filming a lot of movies. I think when we looked a minute ago, he has 9 movies coming out in 2019. Tell me how that man has time to be married for 4 dains. That's about all the time he has.
She was lucky to get that amount of time.
That's what I'm saying. That's like a lifetime in Nick Cage years.
I mean, yeah, exactly.
But if you watch the video, the man is very drunk.
Oh, is he?
When he's doing this, he's pacing around. He actually even is saying at one point, I can't get married. I don't want to get married. She's making me get married.
Oh, really?
And yeah, and the poor woman is like, sweetie, I'm really not trying to force you into getting married. And then eventually somebody comes out and takes them into a private room and they leave with papers. So that's what this, you can watch the video online. It's
sad.
It's kind of a mess. It's our good friend of the show, Nick Cage, kind of at a, not a proud moment.
As close as we are, it explains why we didn't get an invitation.
That's true. That's true. It came out of nowhere, even for him, I believe. I've got a story.
What do you got, Nick?
This is kind of a feel-good story. We're going to move away from Cage and move to another friend of the show, another one that we really like. This is Keanu Reeves.
Oh, I love Keanu.
There was an incident where some kindly people had to make an emergency landing at a little airstrip in Bakersfield, California. And who just happened to be at this airport? It was none other than Keanu Reeves.
Oh, what was he doing there?
Keanu was, making his way, apparently trying to get to Los Angeles. And he was going to be like the everyday man and was going to take a shuttle. Or actually take a bus, I guess.
Yeah.
And so there's video of him. He's talking with the people. He's kind of going over saying that they can all take this bus and get to LA. He even entertains the people. He's giving you can watch this video that somebody posted to Twitter, but he's joking around with them. He's kind of given this he said the next thing we see is a shot from inside the vehicle. Reeves is reading out Bakersfield facts, and he's kind of doing it and playing some twangy music while he does it. He's playing country music for his new friends on this little Bluetooth speaker he has. And then at the very end, it's him getting off the bus with a banana, a Gatorade, and I don't remember what else it said, but he's exiting out into a Carl's Jr. parking lot.
He is an everyday man.
He is an everyday man. Stopping in to get a little Carl's,
CJ.
Carl Jr. as we
get those juniors on.
That's right. Carl's Jr., if you want to sponsor us, just please leave a comment and we'll get back with you.
To wait in line.
That's right. But, I mean, this is just kind of a cool story to see that, I don't know, there's people out there that, those high mucky mucks in Hollywood aren't too good to just hang out with the fans. And from everything I understand, Keanu's kind of and that's part of the reason I like him, is he just seems like kind of an everyday, ordinary guy. And I think you even pointed out he donates a lot of stuff. And
yeah, I think his sister had cancer, and he donates a ton of money to cancer research, if I remember right, and cancer hospitals. I know that's what I remember reading. I'm kind of coming off, back of the head here. So, but yeah, he's just an everyday man. He's an actor. He's done well. He's an entrepreneur, has his motorcycle company. I'm sure he does some other things, but yeah.
Well, I mean, that's just kind of cool. I thought it was neat that he was just trying to, keep everybody calm, kind of keep them organized, help them out.
Yeah.
They should have felt like they were in good hands, knowing that nothing was going to happen to them because they were with John Wick.
They're with John Wick. They're as safe as they'll ever be.
If he will take care of a dog, if he will do all that stuff over a dog, what's he going to do over a bunch of people?
That's right. Who knows?
So he would have wiped out mankind.
Let's not find out, though.
May 17th, 2019, John Wick Parabellum.
Yep.
Make sure you got your tickets.
Get your tickets ordered.
All right, Eric, what's the final story we got for him?
Well, we had a down story. We had a feel good story. Now it's time for our Broadway news.
It's time for Broadway news. Yeah.
A reoccurring segment in we're an everyday people, but we like the theater.
We are cultured.
We're cultured. Now, a show that is near and dear to my own heart.
John Wick?
John Wick. Not yet.
It's coming to Broadway?
It's eventually.
John Wick
guarantee it will. But before John Wick gets there,
they stole my dog.
a fan favorite movie is going to be hitting the stage, and that is The Princess Bride. Everyone calm down. It has been. So if you remember, as I do, back in 2007, the film was adapted, but negotiations fizzled out. It seems like everything has got picked back up, and Disney Theatricals is hiring a team to put it all together. They got composers, lyricists, they got writers, and they're just going to, as they should, plow through the difficulties of everyone wanting to own a piece of this because it's history, and get this art onto the stage.
And it truly is art. However, I feel sad that we will not get to see Andre the Giant in the role that made him famous.
No, I don't know.
I want to see him on Broadway.
I would have loved to see him on Broadway. I doubt he ever stepped foot on there because he was too big of a man.
He'd fall through the stage.
He would fall through the stage.
It just couldn't hold his great potential.
His glory could not be withheld.
But I mean, seriously, who are you going to get to play that character in a musical?
So, especially someone who has the theatrical training to pick up where Andre the Giant left off.
Well, yeah. I mean, you have to be able to. I wonder what songs. That's one thing I want to know is what songs will go with this. There will be a song, I guarantee you, called "As You Wish."
Oh, clearly.
But I want to be. Does anybody want a peanut? I want that to be a song too.
Oh. You okay?
Yeah, I can't get it to stop. Okay. No, I want that to be a song too. And unfortunately, that's the, it was like, anybody want a peanut?
Yeah.
I want, that's what I want to see. Unfortunately, we don't have any more time to talk about it. John Wick, the musical, of course, would be a great one. They killed my dog, so I'll kill them all.
Yeah, that
would be the John Wick song. They killed my dog, so I'll kill them all, and I will make them all pay. And then you have to work in the gunshots. Anyway, all right, Eric, it is time for that favorite section of this news broadcast.
Okay, news broadcast.
Eric tells you the news.
Oh yeah, we're doing that. Awesome.
I know.
So what happens is you give me a headline and I try to say what happened, what's actually going on. Even
no matter how vague, because unfortunately, what I'm finding out is that there are a lot of stories out there that have headlines that are super vague.
Oh, that's hit it. It's hit it.
So what I want is in 1 minute, you have to try to tell me as many stories. Just tell the people in 2 sentences or more.
Okay.
What exactly the story is about.
Okay, let's try it out.
Okay, in 3, 2, 1, here we go. Your first story is, I lost it. Child video game addiction sending parents to couples counseling.
So here's what's happening. Couples are having too much time together since they don't have to raise their kids and the video games are doing it. And this is causing more tension in the marriage because they're spending too much time together. They need to go to counseling. That kid has been holding them together far too long.
All right. USA plans to turn fish into spies.
Well, clearly, fish have been spies for years. USA is behind the trend on fish spies. It came around in Italian. The Catholic Church has been training fish spies for years.
All right. Next. Millennials in hoodies spend $28 million on Simpsons-themed art.
Okay, well, I mean, what I don't understand is why they're getting onto the hoodies. So, hoodies represent independence, and as we all know,
I'm so sorry, that's the end. You're going to have to read all of these stories and more on your local internet. All right. Eric, why don't you tell them where they can find us locally?
On your local internet, you can find us. We are at YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and more. Yeah, just search for Pulpit Chair Podcast. And especially on Twitter, it's you can at us, I dare you, at Pulpit Chair Pod. And if you can, go rate us on iTunes or Podbean or any your favorite podcasting app that allows you to rate a podcast. And what else do we have? We have our own website, puckpodcast.website, pucpodcast.website. Why website? Why not?
And as always, we thank you for joining us here at the Micro Mini Lightning Newscast Weekly Edition News Desk. And we hope you have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and a good night.